And let me get that set up. Give me get it set up. Get this set up, and here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pain a Game Pick on Season 6, Episode number 8. That's right, folks. We are in the 8th week of the NFL, almost at the halfway point. Not there just yet, but we are here. And unfortunately, tonight, Alexander the Great and Tiny Tim cannot be on tonight, but I'll be reading their picks. And Steel Maiden, want to do a quick introduction?
What's up, everybody? Steel Maiden in the house this evening. Got a big ass game coming up, man. The best best current rivalry in the NFL. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, man. 6-0 versus 5-1. Something has to give in here. Interesting fact. This is actually the first game that Big Ben plays against the Ravens since 2018. Wow.
That's right. Yeah, he has not played since then.
That's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. But yeah, man. I'm hyped for this one.
Dude,
As always, it don't matter how bad or good the Ravens are. I'm always hyped to play them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's get to 7-0, man.
Same here, man. I wanted to get to 7-0 so badly. But we'll talk about that game in just a tad bit. But first off, we got our first game of the week. And, dude, let me just tell you guys something right now. All the primetime games this week, the primetime 8 o'clock games, absolutely suck ass this week. They are garbage, dude.
Yeah, Roger Goodell sucks.
Roger Goodell, what the fuck, dude? First game we got is Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. This game is in Carolina, and the Panthers are 2.5-point favorites, and the referee for this game is Sean Hockley. Who do you guys got, and why?
Well, the Falcons, I mean, them and choking just go hand in hand, like spaghetti and meatballs and chocolate and milk, all that stuff. So, yeah, the Falcons, they're born chokers, but the Panthers, despite them being 500, I think that they're actually kind of a little bit of a sneaky team this year. They lost to the Saints, but they gave the Saints a pretty good fight. But yeah, with that being said, the Panthers, they got good playmakers on offense. In fact, I think McCaffrey's going to be back for this game, which should really give them a shot of adrenaline. But Teddy Bridgewater looks like he's doing well for the Panthers. But man, Carolina needs a lot of work on that defense, plain and simple. But the Falcons, with just how bad they're playing right now, I don't see them winning another game for a long time. And for that reason, I can't really say I can see Carolina sweeping Atlanta. But seeing how the Panthers have played, I can see it now. I'm going to go ahead and take the Carolina Panthers, get the sweep of the Falcons by a final of 30-21.
Wow, he actually had close to Alex's score. Alex actually has 30-24 Panthers.
Wow.
And Tiny Tim has 27-21 Panthers. Now for me, let's be honest here. I'm going to agree with all you guys here. The Atlanta Falcons are the choke artists of the NFL. They know how to choke so badly. It's insane. I love every bit of it because the Falcons, man, that whole state of Georgia just chokes whenever it's possible, man. Like, the Falcons have blown 3 leads. They blew a lead to the freaking Detroit Lions. They scored a game-losing touchdown, which is, I never thought I would say that.
Yeah.
Game-losing touchdown.
They choked to the damn Lions of all teams.
The fucking Lions. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I wish the Braves didn't choke. Yeah, because the Dodgers, congrats to the Dodgers for winning the World Series, man. They won their first World Series. I honestly think they deserved it.
Yeah, you live to fight another day, nutting, but that doesn't excuse you for getting rid of Meadows and Glasnow.
Same with the Cardinal for getting rid of Randy Arozarena.
Yeah.
Kill me. But yeah, I have the Carolina Panthers winning this game convincingly. I have them winning 34-21. Give me the Panthers. This game, it's not a lock, but this game is pretty bad. Jesus Christ. Oh, the Atlanta United for MLS Soccer. I forgot about that. They won it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the Dodgers. Yeah, that's right, Johnster. First title for the Dodgers since '88. Wow.
That's right. So very interesting to say the least. Now we get to the next game on our list, which is the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo, and the Buffalo Bills are favored by 3.5 points. The referee for this game is Clete Blakeman. Who do you guys got and why?
Well, I'll be completely honest. If I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, I'd be a little worried coming into this game because ever since the Bills got off to that 4-0 start, they've looked a little off. I mean, granted, I still think they're a good team. I still think that they're going to win the AFC East this year. But I think they went from a Super Bowl contender to at best making it to the divisional. Because let me tell you, if the Bills don't get shit straightened out on defense and Josh Allen can't get back to how he played the first 4 weeks, sorry, Bills fans, but it's looking like another one and done year for you. But yeah, man. That being said, the Bills they're still good. I think they'll be good to make the playoffs. But that being said, they barely got off beating the Jets. That's a concern right there. Yeah, they were trailing much in that game, man. I think they needed field goals to beat the Jets. That's a bit of a
all 18
yeah.
field goals.
It might just raise an eyebrow, But the Patriots, man, I freaking love it. They're playing their worst football in 20 years. I love it.
Yeah.
They're 2-4. They're 2-4, I believe. They got blown the hell out at home by the 49ers, 33-6. Their worst home loss in the Bill Belichick era.
I love it.
No one feels bad for you, New England. No one does.
Exactly.
But with that being said, the Patriots, they have owned the Bills in the Belichick era, especially in Buffalo. But even though the Pats swept the Bills last year, the Bills were in both those games, and they could have won both of them. And I think that's going to come back to haunt the Pats here. Give me Buffalo winning ugly, low-scoring defensive game once again. Give me Buffalo to win this one, 16-10.
Very nice. I like it. Alexander the Great has the Bills winning 28-20. Tiny Tim actually has an upset pick. New England Patriots 31, Buffalo 30. 1 point upset.
Never thought we'd be saying that's an upset pick.
I know. That's insane. Yeah. Then, for me, I will agree with everyone here. The Buffalo Bills right now are the better team. The Patriots, they're having to play on the road in Buffalo. And after how bad they look to the 49ers, a good defense is going to beat that Patriots even. The Patriots have no freaking targets. They literally do not have the worst offensive core. Probably the Jets are probably the only one that better, but still. Give me the Bills to win this game convincingly. I'm going to say 34-17. Give me the Bills.
I like it.
I like it too, man. Very nice pick. Now we got the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati. Tennessee is a 6-point favorite, and the referee for this game is Scott Novak. Who do you guys got and why?
Well, the Titans, they're undefeated no longer. Thanks to us.
Sir.
But in all seriousness, though, I think the Titans will be fine. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're still a good team. It's just that, I think sometimes you got to lose a game like that to give you a wake-up call and to give you a reality check that the Titans can't keep playing catch-up all year because that's what they've been doing. But, yeah, I think this is another game that's going to prove it, honestly, because even though the Bengals are 1-5-1, Joe Burrow's playing really well so far. I mean, the kid threw for over 400 yards against the Browns. Granted, the Browns do have a trash defense, but yeah, 400 yards. That's really impressive for Joe Burrow. I'm definitely kind of eating my words on him. He's looking really good, but I still don't. But I still stand by what I say. Bengals need to fix up their offensive line real bad to protect them. But yeah, I don't know. I think this game definitely. I honestly think this could be a trap game for the Titans because their pass defense has been very inconsistent this year. And I think with how hot Joe Burrow is, I think he can give them a challenge. But here's my difference maker. Here it comes down to the run game. Derrick Henry is by far the better running back than Joe Mixon is. And I think this is a game where the Bengals have a weak rush defense. They just have a weak defense in general. I think this is kind of like what the doctor ordered for the Titans. I see Henry going off in this game, 100 plus yard rush game for him, possibly 150 to 200 yards on the ground for him. And I got the Titans rebounding, taking this one. Again, ugly win, but give me Tennessee to win this one 28-27.
Alrighty then. Alex has the Titans winning 30-21. Tiny Tim, I don't think, gave a score for this game. No, he didn't. I'll have to ask him this game later on. I'm going to have to ask him this. I'll spread the message right now. Because I know he's busy doing something. I'll just message. I'll send that for a little later. But me here, the thing is, the Tennessee Titans unfortunately lost thanks to Gostkowski. And the Bengals, they're coming off close games. They could have beaten the Browns, but unfortunately, the Bengals defense can't stop a lick for anything. And Derrick Henry's going to come to this game pissed that he was only held to 75 rushing yards, his lowest of the season. And I think he's going to dominate the Bengals. I see the Bengals, unfortunately, just letting Derrick Henry run all over them. Give me the Titans to beat the Bengals. I'm going to say 37-31. I think this game's a high-scoring game, but I think that Derrick Henry's a difference maker here. Now we got the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. This game is in Cleveland. The Raiders are the Browns are actually a 3-point favorite. And the referee for this game is going to be Bill Vinovich. Who you guys got and why?
This is an interesting game. I think at the end of the day, both these teams are pretty similar. They both have pretty good offenses, at least on paper they do. I mean, the Raiders, they know how to light up the scoreboard. They can put points on the board, but their pass rush, still not sold on it. Still not sold on that defense in general. The Raiders are strictly an offensive team, man. I mean, granted, I think John Gruden's doing a fine job with them for right now, but they got to fix up that defense, man. They got roasted by Tampa 45-20. I mean, that's just a recurring theme with me. I finally give the Raiders some damn credit, and they get blown the hell out. Go figure. But I still think the Raiders can be a half-decent team this year, but it's going to be hard for them to get to the playoffs if they don't fix up the defense. The Browns, they're 5-2. Even though they are 5-2, they have a similar problem. They're going to have a tough time getting in the playoffs if they don't fix the defense. The Browns have been tortured on defense this year, and seeing how they swept one of the worst teams in the NFL and the Bengals by a combined of 8 points in 2 games, yeah, that's very concerning if I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. Bottom line, this is a game where I do not trust Baker Mayfield, and I think that Baker's going to miss Odell in this game because he's out for the rest of the year with the torn ACL.
That's right.
Yeah, I think this is a game where the Browns are going to miss Odell Beckham, and honestly, I would go with the Browns here because they're the home team, but I'm going to go ahead and give the Raiders one last chance here. I think the Raiders come into Cleveland and get the dub. I think the Raiders are going to want to prove a point in the AFC West that they're not to be slept on and that they can that they can really give Kansas City a run for their money because they already beat them this year. So why not keep the pressure on them a little bit more in that division? But yeah, I am going to go ahead and take the Las Vegas Raiders to win a pretty high scoring game, 33-32.
Very nice. I like that a lot. The Alexander the Great picks the Raiders to crush the Browns 20-10. I'm surprised about that. He said the reason why Beckham Jr. not being the offense is definitely going to hurt them a lot. I could see that a lot, though. I could definitely see that. Then we have Tiny Tim, who's going to pick the Raiders 28-20 over the Browns. And fine for me, I'm once again going to agree with the crowd here. The Raiders, right now, I think they're the better team. Even though it's the West Coast traveling to East Coast, I still think the Raiders right now are just the better team. The Browns, unfortunately, losing Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be hurtful to them, and I think that they're going to struggle a bit. This is going to be a high-scoring game, but I think the Raiders will win this game. I'm going to say final score 34-30. Give me dang.
That's right.
Hell yeah. I know. I am a little crazy. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions. This game is in Detroit, and the Colts are a 2.5-point favorite. The referee for this game will be Clay Martin. Who do you guys got and why?
Keep your eye out on for this game as well. This is definitely a game that has upset watch written all over it as well. The Colts, they are 4-2, I believe.
Yes, they are.
And they're coming off a bye, but that win against the Bengals where they were down 21-0 to them. Look, I don't care if the Bengals are a last place team. You're up 3 touchdowns on your opponent like that, that's game over.
Exactly.
Okay. But because they're the Bengals and because they always find a way to lose, the Colts came back and beat them. But, yeah, Indianapolis, I'm not entirely sold on them. I think that with their defense, they can be good. Run game is good. But the rest of their offense is just really underwhelming to me. Not really sold on it. Then you got the Lions. They're another team that can pull off a win here and there. They got some playmakers on offense. Their defense is kind of okay. So that's what makes this very difficult to decide. Plus, the game is in Detroit as well. Mm-hmm. So this is a tricky one for me to pick. And usually whenever I'm unsure of who to go, I go home team. But I think for this game, I'm actually going to go ahead and take the Colts. Because the Colts, I think their defense is a little bit better than Detroit's offense for this game. And I think that the Lions, they're going to be a little unprepared with stopping the run for this game. So, yeah, those are my difference makers here. I am going to go ahead and take the Colts to win this game 24-21, but I would not be surprised if the Lions won.
I'm very around the same boat as you. I think the Lions right now are a very competitive team. They're playing a lot better than what people are giving them credit for. I just think that the Colts are just a little bit better here, and I think this game is going to be very, very close. I think it's going to be decided by a game-winning field goal. I'm going to take the Colts here, though. It will be very interesting. I'm going to say Colts win this game 27-24. Give me the Colts. Then Alexander the Great has the Colts 23, Lions 17 in overtime, and the Mr. Tiny Tim himself has the Colts 24, Lions 21. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention this. The bye teams this week are the Cardinals, the Texans, Jaguars, and Washington. If you're a fan of those 4 teams, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till next week. Now let's get into the next game, shall we? This is one of my 3 teams guaranteed to lose. The Green Bay Packers against the Minnesota Vikings. This game is in Green Bay, and the Packers are a 7-point favorite. The referee for this game is going to be Alex Kemp. Who do you guys got? Why? Actually, since I said my team guaranteed lose, I'm going to go first in this game. Let's be honest. The Vikings are a complete dumpster fire this year. They were on a bye last week, but their defense is beyond atrocious. They're starting to sell pieces at the trade deadline. They just got rid of Yannick Ngakoue. I know that, Desi said that the Everson Griffin, I think that's a good trade for you guys. But to be honest with you guys here, the Vikings are going dumpster fire sailing here. They're going to lose to the Packers, and the Packers will sweep the Vikings here. I have this being no contest whatsoever. Green Bay 49, Minnesota 24. Give me the Vikings.
Took the words right out of my mouth, man. The Vikings, they are just very, very bad this year. One of the worst teams in the league. Kirk Cousins, what else is there to say about him? This guy's getting paid $84 million a year to throw the ball into triple coverage and throw 3 picks a game. Vikings, they're having a fire sale with their defense right now, trading at the deadline like you just said. And they're just all around not a good team this year. The Packers, they responded well to getting blown out by Tampa. They're looking really good. I'm pretty sure they're back on top of the NFC North right now because the Bears lost. So, I think the Packers, they're going to want to keep that speed up, and they are going to want to do it by getting a sweep of the Vikings. And, yes, I agree, this is a blowout right here. Give me Green Bay to just absolutely murder the Vikings here. Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones both go off in this game, and it won't even be close. 47-7 Green Bay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
47-7. God damn, dude. That is brutal. So the rest of the crew, Alexander the Great has the Packers 36, Vikings 20, and Tiny Tim has the Packers 35, Vikings 24. Interesting. Now we got, oh my God. This is the blowout of the year.
I know which one you're talking about.
Lock of the century of the week. Before I get into my score, it's Chiefs-Jets. This game's in Arrowhead. Chiefs are 20-point favorites. The referee for this game, do I even need to say it? Because this game is completely fucking obvious. I will say it anyway. It's Lane Clark. But before we get into our picks, let's read off what Tiny Tim and Alex have to say. Alex, 50-0 Chiefs. Tiny Tim, 55-7 Chiefs. Steel Maiden?
73-0 Kansas City.
That's my score as well. 73-0.
Yep. We could possibly see a new largest blowout in NFL history of all time on Sunday. Because I think that's what the Chiefs are going to do.
Here's what I think is going to happen this game. It'll be 55-0 at halftime. Patrick Mahomes gets benched, put in Chad Henne. Chad Henne throws for 3 more touchdowns. Bam. 50 burger. Yes, 50 burger. They're going to dominate. This game, guys, it's completely obvious. There's really no more explanation needs to be given. Adam Gase needs to be fucking fired. He's trash as hell. Yeah, moving on. Now we got the Los Angeles Rams and the Miami Dolphins. This game is in Miami. The Rams are a 3.5-point favorite, and the referee for this game is John Hussey. Who do you guys got and why?
Look, Abe Pizzle, I know you're watching this, man. It's awesome that Tua's going to be getting a start, but yeah. I don't know why the hell he's starting this game. I mean, I get it. You want to see what you have in Tua to see if he really is your franchise guy, but literally the LA Rams have one of the most stout front sevens in the league. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Granted, I do think Tua will do everything in his power to get the Dolphins relatively close in this game. But I don't know. The Rams, they're just too strong on the defense. And I think LA is going to not light them up on the scoreboard with offense, but they're going to do enough to win. The Rams, seeing what they did to the Bears on Monday night, proves to me that they are better than what I give them credit for, because they finally won a game outside of that atrocious division in the NFC East, because 4 of their 5 wins have come from that division. Yeah, man. Sorry, Fins fans. This is a stupid coaching decision right here to start against one of the best front sevens in the league. Give me the LA Rams to win this one 24-14.
Yeah, I got the Rams as well. Unfortunately, the Dolphins, I just don't think they made the right decision here. I think it would be better if you just waited till at least week 10, but unfortunately, that's not the case here. Tua Tagovailoa, I don't know what we're going to get out of him, but unfortunately, I just don't think he's going to win here. I think the Rams are coming off a strong start, even though this game's in Miami. They just travel from Miami to Los Angeles to Miami. I still think that the Rams will get it done. I think this game will be a lot closer than people think. I'm going to say it's a low-scoring defensive game. I'm going to say final score 19-17. Give me the Rams. And Alexander the Great has the Rams 26, Dolphins 10. And Tiny Tim actually has another upset. This is his true upset special. Miami Dolphins 28, Rams 24.
Wow, he thinks Tua gets the dub in his debut.
That's right. Yeah, that's what Tiny Tim's saying. Very surprising. Now it's our game. Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. This game is in Baltimore. Baltimore's a 4-point favorite. The referee for this game is Brad Allen. Honestly, not a bad decision. I like Brad Allen. He's not bad as a referee. And who do you guys got and why? Actually, I'll read Alex and Tiny Tim's off first, then we'll go into our predictions. Tiny Tim has Baltimore 34-31. Alex has Steelers 27, Ravens 24. Steel Maiden?
Okay, so here's the thing. We've been saying it for almost a year now. We've been saying it for almost a year now. The way to beat Lamar Jackson is 2 things. Number 1, you got to come out slugging on offense, put the Ravens in a deep hole, and you especially got to make sure that you're leading at halftime, because Lamar Jackson has literally never won a start where he was trailing at halftime. So that's your first way. Do I think that we have that offense? It is developing more of an identity as the weeks go by, absolutely, but we are not quite there yet. I like this offense. It has a lot of potential, but it still needs a little bit more development. But that's your first way to beat Baltimore. Second way, it kind of transitions from the first step. Because the Ravens are going to be in that hole, because they're going to have to play catch up, you got to make Lamar Jackson throw the ball. Because we all know Lamar benefits from running the ball, from the RPO type of plays. That's the kind of quarterback that he is. You make him throw the ball like 30, 40 times, which is what we saw in the 2 losses to Kansas City and the loss to Cleveland last year, especially the playoff game against the Titans. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to beat the Ravens, but your chances of beating them will increase substantially. That being said, Baltimore does have a stout defense. They got a top 3 defense in the league. I believe they've allowed the fewest points in the league right now. So this is definitely a test for our offense here. Our offense definitely has improved. We're averaging a little over 30 points a game. We've scored 25 plus in all 6 of our games this year. So, yeah, there's a lot to like. I mean, our defense is very stingy as well. Number 1 in rush defense, which is a test for Lamar here as well. number one in rush defense, allowing a little over 60 yards a game. We contained Derrick Henry to 75 last week, which is amazing considering that I think he's had 200 rush yard games this season. And we're not even try to say that 3 times fast. We're not even halfway through the season. And we held Derrick Henry to 75 yards. So it is amazing what we've been doing on defense. And I think just for that reason alone, that's why this is a prototypical Steeler-Raven game. Low scoring, not a whole lot of points being put on the board. And actually, I will be very shocked if either team gets over 30 points this week. I will. I mean, can it happen? Sure, but I will be very shocked if either team gets over 30 points. So, with all that being said, do I think we can go into Baltimore and get this dub? Absolutely, I do. I believe we're more than capable of winning every game on our schedule. That's what I say every single week. But at the same time, I am also a realist. I am unbiased, and I just call it as it is. I've been saying all offseason and all throughout my schedule predictions that we are going to split with Baltimore this year, home team winning each games. And even though the Ravens, they had an ugly game against Philly, they almost let the Eagles come back and beat them. Hey, we should have blown out Tennessee. Not going to deny that. We should have blown them out 27-7. Should be game over. But I love that we got this win, but you can't get away with that against a team like Baltimore. They'll make you pay for it. Granted, Titans are still a good team, but you blow a lead like that against Baltimore, they're going to end up beating you. So, unfortunately, guys, I am sticking with my prediction saying that we get the split of Baltimore and the Ravens. They give us our first L of the year. That's just my prediction right here. I think we'll get them back on Thanksgiving night because we always beat them on the holidays, which is great. But unfortunately, I think we get the first loss of the year. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a great game. We're still in great shape at 6-1 going into Dallas, which is what I predicted us at being. So, I got this being prototypical Steelers-Ravens. Hope to God I'm wrong for this game. Of course, I'll still be cheering on for my boys, Ravens Red Zone. You can go fuck yourself, and you don't know what the definition of a bandwagon fan is. And, pretty much your whole fan base doesn't claim you, so keep running, you little dick sucker that gave Kevin COVID, okay? But, give me, unfortunately, the Ravens 20-17. Hope to God I'm wrong for this one, though.
Oh boy, it's my turn. I got some fucking bold predictions for you all right here. Let's give you some stats. I'm going to give you guys some stats real quick on both teams. The Steelers are the number one rush defense, just like you said. We are top 5 in pass defense. We're in the top 5 in turnover differential. And another big sack, we are number 1 in the league for sacks at 26. Baltimore Ravens, 31st ranked passing offense. The Jets have a better passing offense than the Ravens. They're 30th, Baltimore's 31st. No joke. And guess who went from the top 3 down to near the bottom? Dallas. But we'll talk about them next week. But also another stat, 16 sacks. That is the amount of sacks the Baltimore Ravens have given up. That is 19th in the league. And then finally, they are the number 6th ranked rush offense in the league. Why I keep saying these stats? It's pure and simple. The Baltimore Ravens cannot pass the ball for shit. And when they do, they pass it to tight ends. Let me tell you guys something right now. The only thing keeping Lamar Jackson upright right now is Ronnie Staley for the Baltimore Ravens offensive line. For the rest of the time, other than Ronnie Staley, no offensive line has given – the offensive line has been absolutely terrible for the Ravens this year. Nowhere near as good as last year's. And our defense having 26 sacks, beating the number 1 sack giving up team in the league, and Tennessee Titans was 6 before the Steelers Titans game. We got a third of their sacks that they gave up in one game. Baltimore Ravens, when you play real defenses like Houston, Kansas City, you've given up 4 sacks apiece. And yet you're playing our defense, the number 1 sack defense in the league. We're going to get 5 or 6 sacks on you guys easily. And if we go up 24-7 like we did at halftime against the Titans, you guys are not coming back from this game. To be honest with you guys don't have a strong rusher issue because Lamar Jackson actually may lead his team in rush attempts, but overall rushing yards, that goes to J.K. Dobbins just by a hair. But unfortunately for them, they share a 3-packed running trio. And unfortunately for that reason, the Ravens are going to have to play the number 1 rush defense in the league, and you cannot rely on 3 different rushers to get past our defense. You seen Robert Spillane stuff Derrick Henry at the goal line last week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. It's going to be even better when we completely shut down J.K. Dobbins this week as well. Last time, also, Big Ben's record in Baltimore. He's only lost 3 times in Baltimore in the last couple of games that I remember. Because I know 2012, Charlie Batch was there. He's won the last couple of times. 2017, 2018, he's won there. Big Ben is a good record in Baltimore, especially in the AFC division. And this is also their first matchup between each other, Lamar and Big Ben. So that's also a key thing to look out for. But the only reason why you guys won in week 5 was because of Walt Anderson, the worst referee in NFL history. How did he last 21 years? God knows how long. But yeah, we haven't showed the lead this year. We've won our games. You guys lost to Baltimore. You guys lost to the Kansas City Chiefs badly. So when you guys play real defenses, you give up at least 4 sacks and you don't put many points up on the board. The Texas game, you put up points in the second half, but you really don't. You really struggle early. And against the Chiefs, the only touchdown you guys had was a kickoff return touchdown. Your offense couldn't do anything until the 4th quarter. If you try that again against Pittsburgh, we're going to blow you the fuck out. And I have us blowing you guys out in this game. You guys swept us this year. You guys swept us last year. There's a new trend starting this rivalry. The sweeps. You guys started it, but we're going to continue the sweeping trend. We're going to go into Baltimore, punch you right in your jaw, and knock you down. We're going to blow you out. I have this being Pittsburgh's first big dominant win since, other than Browns game, but the Browns, we always own them. This is our first big dominant win of the year. We dominate the Ravens. I'm going to say final score now, 38-17. Give me the Steelers. Boom. How you like me now?
I love it, man. Love it. Hope to God that's the final score. But just knowing the rivalry, I think it's going to be hard-hitting and low-scoring. But, hey, I'll take a blowout win. I'll take it.
The rivalry is due for a blowout win, especially because last year, RG3 led the Ravens to a big victory on our defense, even though our defense played their hearts out for most of that game.
Here's another thing. Like, half our team was injured. Mm-hmm. Half our team was injured. So these guys pounding their chests about, sweeping a team that's half injured. That just goes to show you how low the standards are in Baltimore. Oh. Okay? They brag about being in second place because their necks are strained from looking up at us in the division. If the tables were turned, they'd be running their dick suckers about being 6-0 with no complaints whatsoever. They said a win is a win against the damn Eagles when they only won by 2 and we beat them by 9. Yeah, that's the Ravens fan base for you.
But also, remember last year, Lamar Jackson had 4 turnovers against us last year in his first game against our defense. Remember that?
Yeah. But I know. Well, two of them weren't on Lamar Jackson. Well, shit, only one of them was on Big Ben when he threw 3 picks against the Titans. But no, because he's Big Ben, it's all on him.
Yeah. And also, he had his lowest passer rating of the year as well. Only had 161 yards passing. Remember that as well. Remember that going in this game. Now I talked a lot in that game, but hey, I need to get my thoughts out there. My hate week is coming out tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, 6 p.m. my channel. Oh boy, my hate week will be epic.
Part 2 for me will probably be up on Friday. Yeah.
If I get a good response from Red Zone or Beltway, I may make a part 2. We'll see. But going into the next game, we got the the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. This game is in Denver, and the Chargers are a 3-point favorite. The referee for this game is going to be Carl Sheffers. Before you make your pick and we make our pick, let's go ahead and talk about Tiny Tim and Alex.
Okay.
Tiny Tim has Chargers 31, Broncos 27. And Alexander the Great has Broncos an upset pick of the week. Broncos 21, Chargers 20. Ooh. Wait, no, his first is 2 upset picks. He has another upset pick coming later. But so yeah, who do you guys got?
Well, I really don't think this game is much of an upset because I think with the Chargers, with just how much bad luck that they generally have, and with the Denver Broncos getting a little bit healthier, I really think this game can go either way. One thing I will say, Justin Herbert looks like a very nice quarterback. I think in a vacuum with him and Joe Burrow, give me Joe Burrow barely over Justin Herbert, but I can definitely change my mind on that in a matter of a couple of games. So, yeah, Justin Herbert's looking really good for the Chargers, but let's be honest, the Jaguars suck. They're tanking. They may not win another game for the rest of the year. At the same time, the Chargers, they did what they needed to do. They got a dominant win over them. Denver, like I said, they're getting a little bit healthier. I think Drew Lock. Did Drew Lock play against Kansas City? I think he did.
Yes, he did. He played against
he did. I thought he did. Did.
No, he did.
But regardless, man, Denver, I really think Denver can be a better team if they're healthier. I'm still kind of sold on it. It just sucks with all the injuries that they got this year.
Portland's son and
normally, as much as I want to pick the Chargers for this game, I'm going to actually go ahead and agree with A Pizzle on this one.
Wow.
I am going to go ahead and say the Denver Broncos, get off the schneid and knock off the Chargers. The Chargers, they've struggled against the Broncos in Denver in recent years. And let's be honest, the Broncos lost to Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid have just absolutely brutalized the Broncos since Patrick Mahomes became Kansas City starter. And until the Broncos get a more complete team, I don't see that trend ending. So, give me the Denver Broncos to actually win this game over LA. Close game, but give me Denver 22-17.
I will actually go with Tiny Tim on this one here. I think this game is going to be pretty competitive, but I think Justin Herbert needs another big win. He needs to continue to win. He's looking better as a rookie quarterback. He's looking a lot better. And the thing is, this game is going to be very interesting, to say the least. The good thing is, though, this should be a competitive game, definitely more than last week. Broncos looked completely lifeless in last week's game. The Chargers, I think they're going to play a lot better. And I think overall this will be a very close game. But I actually have the Chargers winning in a very close game. I say 31-28. Give me the Chargers. Oh, yeah, and by the way, about the Jacksonville, you were talking about Jacksonville. I'm actually probably going to be going to Jacksonville, Pittsburgh, week 11. I see you get my ticket.
Oh, that's nice, man.
Yeah, my cousin lives up in Jacksonville. I wanted to go to him. So
spoiler, I won't be going to any Steeler games this year. COVID ruined that for me, and I can't really make time off of work. But it is what it is.
Next year, man. Next year.
Yeah, next year. Yeah, next year for sure. Next year.
Next year, I want to go to Lambeau Field. Man.
Yeah, I won't have to wear a fucking mask wherever I go, but hopefully. But we'll see about that.
If you had a game to go to next year, Steele, where would it be? Mine's Lambeau Field. Going to Lambeau.
Well, I can almost guarantee I'd go to one of the Brown Steelers games like I usually do, because I live right in the middle of those two cities. Let's see. Just trying to think of who we play. I know we play the NFC North next year.
NFC North.
I'd like to go to that Steelers-Bears game in Pittsburgh. That would be a pretty cool game.
That would be a good game.
Yeah. Pittsburgh versus Chicago, two great sports cities. Bears fans always travel well. I know a couple Bears fans. We could probably tailgate outside Heinz and go to the game. I think that would be a cool game to go to. I know we play the AFC West, I believe. So I think we got Denver and Vegas coming into town. I'd like to go to that. I'd like to go to that Raiders-Steeler game, old school rivalry, Raiders and the Steelers from the 70s.
That'd be a great
even though they were in Oakland back then. But yeah, Raiders-Steelers, that's always a must-see for Steeler and Raider fans.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the season ended right now, we would play Buffalo for the third year in a row, and we would play Tennessee again.
Yep.
So, and then so I definitely think I'm going to go to one of those Brown Steelers games. I really want to go to that Steeler Bear game and that Steeler Raider game.
For me, I've always wanted to go Lambeau Field for the tradition, the history. Alex went there.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic field. I don't care how much money I have to put on that game, but I want to go to that game.
If I can afford enough, I can get a plane ticket out to Wisconsin and make the trip, but I don't know, man.
We'll see. Eventually, you never know what happens in 2021. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, with that being said, let's get into the next game on the list, shall we? This is actually my coin flip game of the week. The New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. This game is in Chicago. New Orleans is a 4-point favorite, and the referee for this game will be Tony Cornette. Who you guys got and why?
The Bears are the worst 5-2 team I've ever seen.
Agreed. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. What was it that I said about Nick Foles in my pick'em last week? He has that winning pedigree. Man, that comment aged really well, didn't it? Yeah, Nick Foles, he's a backup for a reason. I mean, I know people are going to say, well, Super Bowl 52 MVP. What has he done since then?
Exactly.
A couple of fluke runs and an injury. Nick Foles is done, dude. Matt Nagy is a horrible. Okay, here's my thing with Matt Nagy. He is a good motivator, but he's a horrible play caller. One of the worst in the league.
Horrible.
I mean, I swear to God, this guy sucks at play calling. He makes Randy Fichtner look competent. Okay, let me put it to you like that. I mean, it's 4th and 1 for the Bears. I understand going for it on 4th and 1, but what the hell are you doing running a reverse end sweep on 4th and 1? That was one of the worst play call. I know I say this all the time, but I really mean it when I say this. That was one of the worst play calls I have ever seen in my life. I am not even kidding you. It has to be right up there with the Colts trick play against the Patriots from, what was that, 2014, 15, whatever year it was?
I think it was 2015, this thing.
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere around there. That play, the Seahawks throwing the damn ball at the 1-yard line when they have Marshawn Lynch in the backfield to win them the Super Bowl. You got the point. Just a terrible play call. So, yeah, the Bears, they suck. They should easily be 1-6. in my honest opinion. The only thing keeping them alive is their defense and other teams prolapsing at the most inopportune times for them. Because let me tell you, people say we get lucky wins. Okay. If DeAndre Swift makes that catch in week 1, Lions win. If the Falcons, if Dan Quinn is a competent head coach, Falcons win.
Agreed.
Week 3, who the hell did they play week 3? I don't remember who they played week 3.
They played it was the Giants.
Yeah, they played the Giants. They played the
Giants
and whatever. If Daniel Jones cannot fumble the ball and they can actually run a good play at the goal line, Giants beat the Bears. They got exposed against the Colts. That was the true Bear team.
Yep.
And then who else did they beat? Well, okay, I'll give them the Tampa win. They dominated that win against Tampa.
Win. That was a big win.
So, yeah, I'll give them the Tampa win. And then, yeah, their most recent win wasn't so good either. People say we get lucky wins. Literally, 80% of the Bears wins have been by luck and bullshit. Plain and simple. Anyway, moving on to the New Orleans Saints. The Saints, it just seems to be a recurring theme for them over the past couple years. They get off to a slow start, not looking like themselves, and then like mid-season, they flip a switch, and all of a sudden they're this juggernaut offensive team. So for that reason, Sean Payton versus Matt Nagy, one of the best play callers in the game versus one of the absolute worst play callers in the game. This is a no contest. Granted, New Orleans defense sucks. I've been saying that for years now. The Saints defense sucks. They're all offense, no defense. I think the Bears defense can make life a little bit rough for Drew Brees. I think they'll stop Kamara on a couple plays because Alvin Kamara is playing like an absolute stud right now. He's the best player on the Saints. I think Michael Thomas is going to be back for this game for the Saints. Regardless, I got the New Orleans Saints, the Who-Datters, going up to the Windy City to knock off the Chicago Bears to improve to 5-2, I believe. Give me New Orleans 32-22.
I actually have this as a coin flip. Before I do my coin flip, though, Alex has Saints 23, Bears 13, and Tiny Tim has New Orleans 34, Chicago 24. For me, the reason why I'm doing a coin flip here, I don't know which defense is actually going to show up. The Saints defense is absolutely awful, and the Bears, they're inconsistent. I don't know who's going to win this game, so I got to do my coin flip here. The Fiend is New Orleans. The Bray Wyatt is the Bears. So here we go. And we got the Fiend. So I'm going with the Saints.
Okay.
I'm going with the Saints 24-21.
Awesome. Yeah, just as a side note, too, last year the Saints went up to Chicago with Teddy Bridgewater. They bitch smacked the Bears. So, there's that.
Yeah, you're right. God damn, I forgot about that. That's all right. So, with that being said, next game on the list is going to be the Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in Seattle, and the Seahawks are a 3-point favorite. Referee for this game is going to be Craig Worlstead. Before we get into our picks, I'll go ahead and go over the picks for everyone else. Alex has 28, 49ers 25, and Tiny Tim has Seahawks 37, 49ers 17. And whenever you're ready, go ahead.
This is an interesting game indeed. Coming into this season, I said this was going to be the best rivalry in the NFL this year. I still think it's a great rivalry, but as for the best rivalry, I think that's reserved for Steelers Ravens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, not discrediting 49ers Seahawks. I still think that's a very good rivalry. At least now I think it is, because let's face it, Seattle used to own the hell out of the 49ers, but 49ers have split with them in back-to-back years, and they've made it back into a relevant rivalry. Especially how they clinched the NFC West in Seattle last year with that amazing goal line stand they had against the Seahawks. So, yeah, 49ers have come back and made this a rivalry. Much like how they came back from getting blown the hell out by the Dolphins a couple weeks ago. They flew over across the country to Boston, murdered the Patriots. I love saying that, man. I will never get bored of saying that. 33-6. It looks like Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle. That's kind of like your next Brady and Gronkowski right there. Those two have just such an amazing chemistry with one another. Deebo Samuel's a stud too. But the 49ers, they're still a little shaken up on defense, still dealing with injuries on the defensive side of the ball. But Kyle Shanahan is putting together some of his best coaching he's ever had in his career so far. And that's why the 49ers are right back in it in the NFC West. Now, get a load of this. The 49ers are actually last place in that division, but they're 4-3.
That's insane.
I know. That shows how great the NFC West is this year. And I think LA and Arizona, they both have identical 5-2 records, and they're a half game out of first place. 49ers are last place in that division, and they're only a game out of first. That is just wow.
It's unreal.
Pretty much anyone can win that division. Kind of like the NFC East, but the difference is the NFC West is actually, gladiator type football, where the NFC East is like a girls' night out pillow fight. So,
honestly, true.
Yeah, that being said, Seattle, they're very tough to beat at home. They're coming off a pretty bad loss to Arizona, a game that the Seahawks should have won, in my opinion. But Russell Wilson didn't look too good. He threw 3 interceptions. And then, of course, there was that amazing tackle by DK Metcalf. That was
unreal. I love that.
I know. That dude was running at like 35 miles an hour. Like, I'm not even kidding. DK Metcalf was running as fast as I drive. That's just insane.
It's unreal.
Yeah. You don't see effort like that anymore. A lot of players would just give up and just give them the pick six, but no, DK Metcalf, man, what an effort. I applaud that.
Same.
What an effort. And he stopped Budda Baker from getting a pick six. So yeah, DK Metcalf, he's both a stud on offense and I guess now defense. So yeah, Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf, that's going to be a deadly duo over the years for the Seahawks as well. So they've answered that to Jimmy G and George Kittle. But I think the big takeaway here is this. Seattle's defense sucks. The Seahawks do not have a good defense. They got torched all night by Kyler Murray and D-Hop and all those guys the Cardinals have. So the Seahawks, they are desperately needing a secondary and a pass rush here, which is why I got this being my upset of the week.
Wow.
That's right. I got the 49ers going up to Seattle to knock off the Seahawks in Seattle once again. Because get a load of this, the 49ers are actually undefeated on the road. They are 3-0 on the road. Granted, yes, they beat both New York teams on the road, and they beat a very bad Patriots team on the road right now. But still, 3-0 on the road, having to travel across the country for those 3 wins, and now it's just a short plane ride up from San Francisco to Seattle. I honestly think the Niners can do it again. Kyle Shanahan, he's always kind of had Pete Carroll's number as well as far as the coaches go back when he was the Falcons coach. But, what the hell am I talking
Patriots about? Coach.
Yeah, what the hell am I talking about? But you got my point. Kyle Shanahan's always kind of had Pete Carroll's number. So, yeah, this is my upset of the week. Give me the 49ers to go up to Seattle to knock off the Seahawks by a final of 31-28.
Nice. Fortunately, this week it was really tough for me to get any upset picks because the Seahawks 49ers game, it literally could go either way, realistically. It realistically could. And I could see either team winning this. I know A-Bomb's probably watching. He'll have to say something. He'll say something about it in his hate week. But this game seriously could go either way. The Seahawks defense is literally really porous. And the 49ers, they're rebounding pretty well, to be honest with you. They're rebounding pretty well. The thing is, though, the Seahawks have a great offense. The 49ers have a pretty good defense. Which is going to break first? I honestly think that the 49ers defense isn't going to be able to contain all of Seattle's offense. So I think Seattle is going to barely win here. I'm going to say final score 34-31.
Nice. Yeah, this game could definitely go either way.
It's insane. Like, it's such a crazy game. It's a 3-point spread. Did you get Alex's and Tiny Tim's, or did you need me to read them off?
Yeah, I recorded them already before we went live.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So next game we have is the Sunday Night Football travesty of the week.
Oh, good Lord.
Sunday Night Football, check your local listings. Cowboys and Eagles. This game is in Philly. The Eagles are a 7-point favorite. Why is this a Sunday Night Football game? The referee is Jerome Boger. Why is this a Sunday night game? This game's going to be awful, tragic, and disgusting. Alex has the Cowboys losing the Eagles 34-14. Eagles win 34-14. And Tiny Tim has his lock of the week, Philadelphia 48, Dallas 0. I know, it's insane. But, Steelman, you want to vent your frustrations out along with me?
Just think of all the great matchups that we could have on Sunday Night Football for this week. You got two teams that are practically neck and neck in the AFC North. And on top of that, they fucking hate one another. That could be on Sunday Night Football. You got an up-and-coming rivalry that's featuring a stout defense against your possible MVP of this season in the 49ers and Seahawks. That could be on Sunday night. You got two high-scoring teams going at it in Cleveland. The Raiders and the Browns I'll even put up there. That could be on Sunday night. But no. Instead, what we got is the 2-5 Dallas Cowboys, who are starting a third-string backup in this game because Andy Dalton got concussed against Washington, whatever the hell their name is. I don't know. But, yeah, he gets a concussion against Washington. He's going to be out for a couple weeks. Not that it matters, because even if he was starting against us, I'd still take us to beat Dallas because we own the fuck out of Andy Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, Ben DiNucci, that's his name. Ben DiNucci, Italian guy. This dude sounds like he should be a waiter at some Italian joint.
He probably owns like a book of the bet balls.
He sounds like he should probably be owning an Italian joint or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Ben DiNucci's, man, and let's get some turnovers, and let's go watch this trash-ass Sunday Night Football game. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles. They are 2-4-1. Or they're 2-3-1?
2-4-1.
2-4-1. 2-4-1. Injured the hell and back. Their whole offense is a mess right now. Their offensive line is going to get Carson Wentz killed one of these days.
Oh, of course.
So these two teams are combined 4-9-1. Yeah, competing to win the NFC East. And this is your Sunday Night Football game.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Roger, if you're watching the stream, which you probably aren't, but in case you happen to stumble across it, this is why nobody likes you. This is why NFL ratings suck. This is why they've been going down the crapper for the past half decade now.
Mm-hmm.
You suck at putting primetime games on. You suck at, criminal action in the NFL. You suck at all that. You always get booed in the draft for a reason, because of games like this being put on prime time. Now, yes, I get it. You have to have the Cowboys and Eagles play each other on Sunday Night Football at least once a year. That's your little tradition because you wet the bed about the Cowboys every night. I understand that. But do us all a favor, because when even Cowboys and Eagles fans don't want this game to be on Sunday night, that says something.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what we get, unfortunately. Anyway, mini rant over, venting over. We all know the real Sunday night game should be Steelers-Ravens.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
But
we already got the Steelers and Ravens on Thanksgiving night. We can't put them on Sunday Night Football twice. I mean, technically, yeah, that's a Thursday night football game, but you get the Sunday night crew for that game. But yeah, the Steelers and Ravens, they're already on NBC for a primetime game. We can't have that twice in a row. Yeah, God forbid that happens. But they got no problem flexing our damn Bengals Steelers game to 425.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
The Bengals game gets flexed.
Yeah. Don't you just love? Yeah. Hashtag, everyone in the comments section, everyone in the stream, hit us with a hashtag Roger Logic. Hashtag Roger Logic.
There you go, gentlemen.
Anyway, I got Philly blowing out Dallas here. The Cowboys defense is absolutely abysmal. They've allowed over 35 points in most of their games this year. I think the Eagles offense is going to come to life in this game. And I got the Eagles putting a 40 burger on the Cowboys, and I got the Cowboys pretty much getting garbage time points because Ben DiNucci isn't going to do shit against Philly's defense. Philly, 49-21.
Eagles are going to come into this game off their. I think they were they on a bye last week or no? I don't think. No, wait, no, they played
Yeah, they needed a Giants implosion to beat the Giants.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Thursday night game. So they got a lot of momentum going on their side, and the Cowboys, they're a dumpster fire. They're the biggest dumpster fire right now in the league. They are going to get absolutely killed. I'm going to say Cowboys get absolutely killed by the Eagles. 52-14. Give me the Eagles. 50 burger.
Wow, 50.
Last but not least, we got Monday Night Football, the Giants and the Buccaneers. This game is in New York. The Buccaneers are a 10.5-point favorite. And the referee for this game is going to be Brad Rogers. Who do you guys got and why?
Boy. So now you got another problem. You can't flex Monday games. So nice job.
Exactly.
Hashtag Roger Logic. But yeah, you put Antonio Brown on that Buccaneer team. It's just adding more fuel to the fire. Even though I don't think he'll make much of an impact with the Bucs because they got Mike Evans, they got Chris Godwin, and they got Rob Gronkowski, and they got one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time throwing to said players. So I really don't think AB is going to make much of an impact. I'm not saying he's not going to do anything. I just don't think he's going to make much of an impact. But, yeah, the Buccaneers, I will definitely eat crow with them. They are playing very well right now. But still, I still think their defense needs work. But, yeah, Tampa, they're just playing well. The Giants, I'm telling you, they should have won that Dallas game because the referees single-handedly screwed them out of that game. And then they're up 21-10 on Philly last Thursday night. Daniel
Jones. That grip
is now
NFL superstars. WWE started making fun of that. Was great.
How do you stumble on your own 2 feet on a walk-in touchdown like Oh my God. He must have got tackled by Manti Te'o's girlfriend or something. That's the only thing that I can think of. Or one of the ghosts that Sam Darnold saw. But, oh boy. I mean, real thing about Daniel Jones, though, He played his best game on Thursday night, in my honest opinion. Daniel Jones did everything he could to win that game, and he played well. He did. He played well. Probably the best game of his career, in my opinion, so far. But I got to tell you, if Evan Ingram makes that damn catch on 3rd and whatever it was at the Giants 47, that's game over right there. Evan Ingram lost that game for the Giants. Granted, the Giants took their foot off the gas pedal and let Philly come back and beat them like they always do against the Eagles. But still, if Evan Ingram makes that catch, Giants win. Plain and simple. So, now they got to welcome on in the Tampa Bay Bucks on Monday Night Football. We do know Brady does struggle in his career against the Giants. Super Bowl 42, Super Bowl 46, but those are different Giants teams with good defenses. The Giants team, they got a young, learning defense that's going to need years to develop, and this is a rebuilding team. I do think Joe Judge can be the guy moving forward with the Giants, but it's just going to take a little bit for them to rebuild. Plus, you got to figure Saquon Barkley being out for the year with a torn ACL. So for that reason, this is another blowout right here. Tampa wins this one handily, 38-17.
I got Buccaneers 42-21. This game's not going to be close. Buccaneers, unfortunately, are just way too good for the Giants right now. They'll double up their score. Tiny Tim is 42-10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alex actually has this as his upset pick of the week. Giants 31, Buccaneers. Yes, he does. Giants 31, Buccaneers 21 is upset pick of the week. He says, Daniel Jones balls out and the Buccaneers defense doesn't show up. That's crazy, though. I did not think that.
Yeah.
I know. That's insane.
That's bold.
It is bold, but hey, you need it.
Yeah. Now, before I head on out, I won't be able to be here for hate week analysis. But what I'm going to do instead is that I am going to be starting a tradition of my own on this stream right here, where in my tournament, a lot of you guys watching this are in my tournament for Pick'em. I'm going to be reading off the weekly standings. So, yeah, we're almost halfway through. So these are your standings heading into week 8. There are 6 divisions, 12 players each. So you do the match, 72 members total. But yeah, I'm going to be reading off the standings. So your first division, the Jim Brown division. These are all divisions are named after NFL greats. So Jim Brown division, and I'm going to be going from bottom to top. So in last place in the Jim Brown division, Trey Burton. He's a Green Bay Packers fan. 61 wins, 44 losses with 479 points. In 11th, Zach Kostoff, Green Bay Packers fan in his rookie year. 63 wins, 42 losses, 625 points. In 10th, we got TVG Tank, a New York Giants fan. 64 wins, 41 losses, 367 points. 9th place, rookie Will McCurden, a 49er fan. 67 wins, 38 losses, 413 points. And then in 8th, we got my buddy Sam, who's a Seattle Seahawks fan. 67 wins, 38 losses, 426 points. So he just beating out Will McCurden in points. 7th place, none other than Tiny Tim in his rookie debut. 69 wins, 36 losses, 622 points. In 6th, middle of the pack, we got Still Dictate. I saw him on the stream.
Yes,
at 7 wins, 33 losses, 677 points. 5th place, Matthew Bollinger, a New Orleans Saints fan. 74 wins, 31 losses, 488 points. Then in 4th, here's where it gets good. Nick Featherston, a Buffalo Bills fan. 74 wins, 31 losses, 621 points. And your top 3 in this division, Crazy Dog. 74 wins, 31 losses, 662 points. Wow. 2nd place, Devin Lauder, 74 wins, 31 losses, 759 points. And 1st place in the Jim Brown division and 1st overall in the league, Brandon Rogers, 77 wins, 28 losses, 592 points. What a season by Brandon Rogers so far. Next up, the Joe Montana division. In last place in that division is Eric Kapork, 51 wins, 54 losses, 242 points. Rough year for him so far. In 11th, got Jazzy TV, a Bengals fan, 56 wins, 49 losses, 106 points. In 10th, we got Dashy, kind of a rough year for him at 60 wins, 45 losses, 521 points. 9th place, we got Lisa Swope at 63 wins, 42 losses, 196 points. Kind of low scoring for her. She always picks low scoring games. In 8th, Jonathan Freimerman at 63 wins, 42 losses, 360 points. 7th place, A Pizzle.
Hell yeah, Alexander.
Yeah, 68 wins, 37 losses, 471 points. But just beating out A Pizzle in 6th place, Kevin Rios.
Kevin Rios.
69 wins, 36 losses, 492 points.
Hell yeah.
In 5th, we got Perry James, 71 wins, 34 losses, 369 points. In 4th, we got Lady Still having a great year. 72 wins, 33 losses, 554 points. And then your top 3, my cousin Anthony, 73 wins, 32 losses, 502 points, which includes a perfect week in week 2, by the way.
That's awesome.
16-0. First player in my tournament's history to go 16-0 in a week, by the way. We've had perfect weeks before, but never no one went 16-0 before. 2nd place, Brian King, 75 wins, 30 losses, 590 points. And just edging him out in 1st place is Dolly Sears, 75 wins, 30 losses, 631 points. And then in the Peyton Manning division, last place we got Brett Kapork, 65 wins, 40 losses, 413 points. In 11th, Matthew Pressman, 69 wins, 36 losses, 381 points. And then it's practically a tie for 4th place in this division.
Wow.
Steel Logic, 70 wins, 35 losses, 382 points. 9th place, my cousin Bryce, 70 wins, 35 losses, 548 points. In 8th, Still Jackson, 70 wins, 35 losses, 673 points. In 7th, we got the defending champion, Nick Henke, 71 wins, 34 losses, 438 points. In 6th, middle of the pack, my cousin Joe, 71 wins, 34 losses, 709 points. 5th place, Lady Tigress, 71 wins, 34 losses, 442 points. Great year for her. In 4th, James Perry, who has the most points in the league by a landslide so far. 73 wins, 32 losses, 1,633 points.
Jesus. How many 73 openings does he have?
A landslide. He predicts a lot of blowouts.
Wow.
Your top 3 in the division. Julian Chambers, 74 wins, 31 losses, 578 points. Robert Albright in 2nd, 76 wins, 29 losses, 474 points. And then in 1st place, just edging him out, Marcus Florina, 76 wins, 29 losses, 877 points. And then Mike Singletary division. These next 3 are named after defensive players. Mike Singletary division. Yeah. Bottom of that division, my buddy J-Dog, 63 wins, 42 losses, 476 points. Tom Zimmerman in 11th, 64 wins, 41 losses, 201 points. In 10th, my man, Space Cowboy 17, 66 wins, 39 losses. He has a lot of points too, 1,157 points.
Wow.
In 9th, Steel Jedi, 67 wins, 38 losses, 669 points. In 8th, Stephen A. Rose, shout out to you. I'm in his pick'em tournament as well. And he's in mine. He's doing pretty well. 69 wins, 36 losses, 633 points. In 7th, we got Dylan Jr., 70 wins, 35 losses, 602 points. In 5th, Johnster, I've seen you in the chat. You are in 6th, 71 wins, 34 losses, 513 points. And just edging you out by 1 point in 5th place is Bills Mafia. Exact same record, 71 wins, 34 losses, 514 points. He's literally ahead of you by 1 point. 4th place, Steel Twin Dan. Great year for him. 71 wins, 34 losses, 567 points. Top 3 in this division. In 3rd, Josh from Sports Fury. 72 wins, 33 losses, 601 points. 2nd place, my cousin Dominic. 72 wins, 33 losses, 769 points. And leading the Mike Singletary division is my buddy Joe. 74 wins, 31 losses, 993 points. Next up, the Mean Joe Green division.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom of that division is Joe Hill. 66 wins, 39 losses, 257 points. Or 357 points, my bad. 11th place, Matt Oliver. 67 wins, 38 losses, 342 points. In 10th, Mike Coyne. 69 wins, 36 losses, 484 points. 9th place, we got none other than LC Muscles 28. 69 wins, 36 losses, 790 points. And then in 8th, we got Steel Twin Dan. 70 wins, 35 losses, 495 points. In 7th, we got Erica Steele. 70 wins, 35 losses, 637 points. In 6th, we got AJ Bayerk. 71 wins, 34 losses, 483 points. 5th place, Tiger Raven. If you're watching the stream, you are in 5th place. 72 wins, 33 losses, 405 points. 4th place, Nick Fargo. 72 wins, 33 losses, 420 points. 420, smoke them up if you got it. 420, smoke it up. And then the top 3 in the Mean Joe Green division. We got Sean from Sports Fury. 72 wins, 33 losses, 511 points. PK is 2nd place at 72 wins, 33 losses, 640 points. And then leading the Mean Joe Green division, a quietly dominant year at Pats Nation. 75 wins, 30 losses, 534 points. So go figure, a Patriot fan is leading a Steeler division. But enough of that. Last but not least, we got the Lawrence Taylor division. Dat C is quote-unquote last in that division. 63 wins, 42 losses, 386 points. Leedy is 11th. 65 wins, 40 losses, 630 points. Mr. Rada in 10th at 68 wins, 37 losses, 420 points. 420, smoke them up if you got it. 9th, Bryn Sarenko, 68 wins, 37 losses, 817 points. He's another high score prediction guy. In 9th place, my cousin, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, I was right. 8th, my cousin Gia, 69 wins, 36 losses, 565 points. In 7th place, myself, 7th place. Not a good year for me so far, in my opinion. 69 wins, 36 losses, 614 points for yours truly. 7th place in my division. And then in 6th, Dylan Hickman, 70 wins, 35 losses, 335 points. 5th place, we got NYG Man, 70 wins, 35 losses, 483 points. In 4th, my cousin Lorraine, 71 wins, 34 losses, 480 points. And the top 3 in the Lawrence Taylor division, got Jonathan Morgan at 72 wins, 33 losses, 469 points. 2nd place, David J. Eggert, 72 wins, 33 losses, 474 points. And leading the Lawrence Taylor division is its legend, 74 wins, 31 losses, 523 points. Your current playoff picture in the offense conference, your division leaders, if the playoffs began today, would be Brandon Rogers, Marcus Florina, and Dolly Sears. Home field, you would have Robert Albright, Brian King, and Devin Lauder. And your 2 wild cards, Crazy Dog and Julian Chambers. Defensive conference, your division leaders, if the playoffs began today, got Pats Nation, Joe Egan, and its legend. You got Dom, PK, and David J. Eggert, all with home field. And your 2 wild cards are both members of the Sports Fury. That'll do it for my standings in my tournament. And that'll quite frankly do it for me in the stream because I got work early in the morning. Oh yeah, good catch, Dictate. You were the co-champion last year, man. So yeah, man. Good catch right there. But yeah, thanks a lot for having me on, Lucas. I appreciate it, man. And I am gone. Peace.
Sounds good, Steel Man. Thanks for tuning in. Before we go, you know what segment is coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Hate Week Analysis. And guess who we got on Hate Week Analysis? Because we do not have Bitchway, Beltway, the two-teamer. We have Ravens Red Zone. And Ravens Red Zone, what's up, man? We're going to go ahead and review both your Hate Weeks. We have This is the Most Wonderful Time of Year, and we also have Steelman Doesn't Believe in His Team. We're going to go ahead and watch both of them right now. I'll be giving my thoughts. And unfortunately, I know Alex and Tiny Tim aren't here, but they can always watch the replay. So that being said, I will go ahead and share the screen, and we'll get that set up right now. And let's go ahead and see what you got for us, Ravens Red Zone. In 3, 2, 1.
Ravens Red Zone here. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Wait a minute, this isn't Christmas?
You love my singing. It's the best time of the year. It is Ravens versus Steelers. The team of heading to the Super Bowl versus the team that choke away big leads again, and again.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think you got the two backwards. I think you got those two backwards. The Steelers were defeated. You guys, you almost choked the Baltimore, and I don't get your logic here, man. Come on. Come up a little bit better.
Miracle way, either someone up there likes you or somewhere down there, I'm choosing down there, is really on your side. Really. But I don't care, because then we get to be the first team to beat you. You know we're going to win this game.
Okay.
Every one of you Steelers, I don't care how much your stupid yellow towels are going to not save you. And some of you are going to get in because somebody's going, I don't know how, is going to get in there because it's only allowing about 43,000 fans into the game. But one of you little mutants will get into our stadium. And I'm going to enjoy
We're not mutants.
You finally realize that your team isn't that good.
Really? We're undefeated.
Your team is a fraud.
Really?
100% pure fraud.
Bullshit. We're undefeated. We're the best team in the league. You want to try again?
You had a good Tennessee Titan team beat. I started not paying attention to the game. I started talking to my brother about the mayoral race, the fact that an independent candidate could finally beat the Democrats and maybe Baltimore City could actually go back to normal.
Okay.
And we weren't really paying attention. And then all of a sudden, we're seeing the Steelers.
They really didn't choke. We still won the game. Do you understand that?
You did. 27-7. And you almost lose the game. You came that close. Just be glad you were playing Ryan Tannehill. I know Lamar gets the credit, the whole thing that when we have every time we're losing at halftime, we don't win. That he has never come from behind being down from at halftime. And I get that. And if that were to happen, maybe it would. But then again, there's always the first time for everything. And against a bunch of squealer fans.
Oh, of course, the typical squealer comment.
Dink and doink quarterback. That's what Big Ben has become. Dink and doink.
So that's what? Does that matter? We're winning games.
Past 20 yards.
Drew Brees is the same way.
2 times, and it's probably killing his arm.
Drew Brees is the same way.
Drew Brees is made fun of Joe Flacco. Guess what? Big Ben has become Joe Flacco.
Not really. He's still athletic and mobile, and he's better.
Fine. You're 6-0, or 7-0, or 6-0. I don't really care. You're undefeated. Whoopie do. You're undefeated in the middle of the season. That doesn't mean a thing.
Well.
Okay.
Well. Hold on. Usually, the last undefeated team in the league at this point, at any point in the season, usually has the best shot at making the Super Bowl. The only time it didn't happen was the Green Bay Packers a few years ago when they were one and done. They went 15-1, but that team was nowhere near as good as ours. Try again.
I'm going to love this. There's going to be more vids coming out. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. Cole Raven attack. Any other Raven fan?
Cole Raven's not TTC, so I have no reason to talk about him.
Idiotic bandwagon fans. We're going to
been a fan for 16 years.
The team isn't really that good.
We are that good.
You're an overrated, overblown team who barely wins games, who blow leads, and you know it's going to come back and bite you. But you know something? There isn't going to be a comeback with the Ravens. It's just going to be we get the lead, and then we win the damn game. This is Ravens red zone, and there's more to come.
All right. It's not the worst Hay Week analysis. It's not. That would probably be either NYG 31 or there was one other one. I forget it, but that you're just saying the same thing over and over again. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. It's not the worst one. It's probably more middle of the pack. But there's a part 2, ladies and gentlemen, that literally was just made. Steel Maiden made a response. I have not watched this because I wanted to watch Steel Maiden's. I'm going to watch Steel Maiden's TTC video after this stream's over. So let's go ahead and watch part 2, shall we?
Ravens, Red Zone is here. I'm watching the pick vids. I'm watching Steel Maiden. You know something? He doesn't believe in his team.
Bullshit. He just proved you wrong. Number one, we proved you wrong in this stream. Unfortunately, picked the Ravens, but it's because of their history. They usually split. I'm saying things differently. And you even compliment me saying I'm a real fan, so I'll give you credit on that one. But let's continue.
Look, I know he already has a video out. He's going to do some old man thing. I have Alzheimer's. At least that's what the title says. I got this stupid little card where I'm yelling at the clouds.
Yeah, the Simpsons one. That's a pretty funny card.
Since I lost the weight, they got to come up with new ideas, and they can't do it. Okay? That's just what it is. Look, but the thing is, Steel Maiden doesn't believe in his team. Because he picked us. Picked this team. You know, this team.
So
the Baltimore
doesn't
Ravens,
mean he's gonna not root.
He picked them in his picks, and he said, "I'm trying to be honest with all you." Yes, he is being honest. He knows his team is not that good.
Bullshit.
His team has been getting lucky.
No, we're not lucky. We're undefeated for a reason.
You're up 27-7, and you had no. There was absolutely no way they should have came back. You weren't.
Okay, I'll say this. Right now, the Tennessee Titans are a team that the Baltimore Ravens are. The Tennessee Titans can come back from deficits. Baltimore Ravens can't. I'll address it more in my hate week, which will come out tomorrow, but I'm just saying that right now. Go ahead.
Playing a dirty, crappy team and playing down to your competition like you normally – you're playing an actual legitimate good team. You know, a team that beat us in the playoffs, as some of you liked for.
Yeah, no, Mike Tomlin does play down a competition. I get that, and that's happened to him, but you guys lost to the Titans embarrassingly fast. You were the number 1 overall seed, and Derrick Henry ran all over your ass. You got embarrassed. What are you talking about?
But, you know, I love it. I love Steeler fans. This Steel Maiden proves that all Steeler fans are bandwagoners.
Bullshit.
when it really matters, like this game, they know the truth, that their team isn't that good.
Bullshit.
Okay, you have a dinking doing quarterback.
You said the same thing as your previous video. Come on, come up with new material.
Yes, it can do the pass, but if the pass rush isn't working. Let's say if the Ravens offensive line does step up, doesn't do the same thing they did against the Eagles.
Okay, let me just cut you off right there. We have 63 games in a row with a sack. How are we not going to break that streak against you guys? Your guys' offensive line is way worse than Tennessee's. Give me a fucking break. Whoops.
You're dead meat because your secondary sucks.
Not really. Okay. Not really. Our pass defense is actually in the top 10 in passer efficiency for opposing quarterbacks. We know how to turn the ball over. We've gotten 8 interceptions, which is second in the league. Come on, man. Gotta come up with new.
We got a pass rush now. I got a name I got to mispronounce over and over again. and he's going to come in, and then Matthew Judon. It's going to be like Batman and Robin. Bang, bang.
Really,
bang.
Batman and Robin? Come
Pow,
on, man.
Bang, boom. It's going to
Matthew
be all.
Judon's not that good. I'm sorry.
Big Ben's
He's
going
kind
to
of
hold on to that ball too long. He's going to go back to who he truly is.
Not really. Ben knows how to play Baltimore.
Overrated quarterback.
Ben knows how to play Baltimore. He's won there multiple times, and he knows how to play you guys and beat you guys, especially in crucial games.
The rapist. Okay, maybe not the
Oh, Jesus Christ. Another one of the typical insults.
Married and happily. But anyway, let's not get back to Big Ben. Let's get back to Steel Maiden.
Oh, God.
The bandwagoner. Steel Maven.
Steel Maiden's not a
His
bandwagoner.
team. He doesn't believe in them.
He's a
Just
fan.
as we all know.
Okay. Riddle me, Riddler. Riddle me this. Steel Maiden's been a fan longer than I have. How is he a bandwagon fan if he's been a fan since 2002 and I was a fan in 2004? Riddle me that.
Rest of you Steeler fans, like the preacher, he doesn't like Big Ben anymore, and he doesn't think.
Oh,
this
come
is-
on. McMahon.
We all know deep down in your
about that
stupid
one?
yellow souls,
Not yellow.
yellow
Soul
and gold, yellow and black.
Do you understand the Soul Stone from Infinity War's orange? So you're confusing the Soul Stone with the Mind Stone. Come on, man.
You all believe that your team is just on borrowed time,
Not really.
and this is the
We're
end of it.
contenders.
The time is gone.
We're
You're gonna
Super Bowl
lose this
contenders.
game. You can talk about have Alzheimer's, and I'll respond to that video just as I've responded.
You guys are wild card
all the other
contenders.
Steeler fans have already done videos, but you're going to lose this game. You have talent.
Yes, we
Your
do.
team is not that good.
Bullshit. If we didn't have talent, we would be just like the fucking Jets or the Giants or the Jaguars. If we didn't have talent, we would be one of those teams. We're undefeated for a reason. Moving on.
Good. Well, I mean, I don't think it's horrible. You're not the Bongles. You're not the Brownies. Yeah, you'll
The
make
Browns are 5-2, so they have
it's
talent.
the AFC. But in the end, it's the Chiefs and the Ravens, and then there's everyone else.
Bullshit. The Chiefs, didn't they lose to the Raiders a few weeks ago in Arrowhead? We're still undefeated. Remember that. When we beat you guys, the rest of our schedule is a fucking cakewalk. The only game realistically that are tough are you guys, again in Heinz Field, and Buffalo. Otherwise, we'll win out. So what are you talking about?
Or everyone else, and it's going to be shown that this week. The only, like I said in the pick vid, only thing that's going to make this game close is the Ravens' offensive line is going to have a tough time going against your pass rush.
Thank you. You actually said something smart ones.
Again, not great, very good. You're very good at everything. You're going to lose this game, and Steel Maiden knows it. He's already said it. The Creature knows it because he doesn't believe in his team. Once again, Renegade 412 will more than likely do some video on Saturday night because he doesn't really believe in his team.
Well, that's Renegade. I know believes in his team.
I'll respond to it on Sunday morning, but that's what he always does. The rest of the Steeler fans are mindless and stupid, and they actually think they're going to win.
Really? So earlier in the chat, I'm going to find this comment. I'm actually going to find this comment. So give me a second, folks. Give me a second. I'm actually going to find this comment. Here we go. Look at this comment. Finally, a real Steelers fan. That was when I talked about the Steelers-Ravens game. Finally, a real Steelers fan. So you're calling me a real Steelers fan dumb and a bandwagoner? That makes no sense.
So once again, Steel Maven doesn't believe. I may have Alzheimer's. Maybe I am. But once again, I believe in my team. I know my team is going to the Super Bowl. I know my team is better than your team. I know we're going to win this game. It'll be tough. It'll be by 3 points. And maybe it should be a blowout. Maybe if we had Kevin Zertz, it would be a blowout. Yes, I'm going to harm on that for a while until we actually get him, until that's the trade deadline, we don't get him, whatever. But Steel Maiden, you don't believe. You don't believe in your team. You never will believe in your team because you truly, deep down, in that black and yellow, yes, it's yellow, not gold.
The orange, it's black and gold and yellow.
Your city.
Soulstone is orange. God damn it.
Your team is going to lose. My team is going to take over the AFC North, and then they're going to keep it. And then we're going after the Chiefs. But that's enough.
The same team you fucking lost. The same team you fucking lost by over 22. Like I remember, wasn't that score 34-20? Correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to go after the Chiefs and beat them, but you already lost them by 14. Does that make any sense?
We have to beat up on your team, and you even agree with me. This is Ravens Red Zone, and I'm out.
All right, that's enough of that. Honestly, it wasn't the worst hate week we've seen, but you gotta do better than that, man. You gotta do a little bit better than that. Especially when you're repeating the same stuff over and over again, man. Come on, you gotta do a little bit better than that. So I think that's gonna do it for this stream. Unfortunately, I know Alex and Tiny Tim couldn't be here, and I know Steel Maiden couldn't be here to watch the Hate Week analysis. I'm actually gonna watch Steel Maiden's live Hate Week video actually now before I start getting ready for bed. So with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Let me know your picks in the comments below. With that being said, see you guys later. Stay awesome. Let's go Steelers. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. We're going to win, baby. Just like Ravens Red Zone, we're going to win. I'm going to tell you guys we're going to win because I don't often hate, but when I do, I prefer to hate the Baltimore Ravens. Stay victorious, my friends. And once again, motherfuck technology. It's a bitch. You don't know what's ever going to happen, if it's going to work right. And that's going to be it. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, good day.